It's time for a writing vlog. I haven't done a writing vlog in so long. I've officially begun outlining my fourth novel. So this is actually going to be a way more casual video, and you will see that as we go along. But I am partaking in the Save the Cat experience. And by Save the Cat, I mean this book right here, Save the Cat Writes a Novel, by Jessica Brody. Now, this was all started by Bethany, Atazadeh, and Brittany Wang, two amazing YouTubers and authors and my friends. So if you haven't heard of this Save the Cat experiment, please visit the info down below. But basically, they're working like step by step, week by week, to outline a novel with everyone. So they're having like weekly live streams where we use Save the Cat to help us outline our novels. And I saw this and I was like, I'm not quite ready to start novel number 4, but what better time? Like, I need that help, and I need people to stand by me to be able to actually sit down and outline my 4th book. So right now, I spent the day yesterday reading this, taking notes. I am up to page 50, which means I'm at the midpoint when it comes to learning about the different beats, and I've taken so many notes in just reading the intro. Like, I had a vague idea for an idea, but I just started jotting things down, and I'm not gonna zoom in too much. This is my official novel notebook. It's all Shakespeare. It's a beautiful leather-bound notebook with blue pages on the side, and on the inside it's actually different words from Shakespeare plays instead of lines, and it's just a gorgeous notebook. And I figured, you know what? No better time than to destroy a gorgeous notebook than outlining your 4th novel. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna take you guys vlog by vlog as I outline this book. I have to say, I'm already super excited because I've been dreading writing my 4th book for the longest time, because everyone keeps asking, what's your 4th novel gonna be about? What's it gonna be about? And I had no idea. I didn't know what genre I wanted to write. I didn't know anything. And I didn't really have like a huge inspiration. One day when I was at work, I had like weird inspiration, so I literally just wrote it down on this sticky note and kept it for when I would be able to sit down and kind of dive into it more. And that's what I did when I started reading Save the Cat. I was like, well, let's see what happens. And I was very surprised when she started talking about the different beats, and I tried to apply those beats to my novel idea really quick. And I was like, ooh, I might be able to make this work. So I have a ton of, like, I have a vague story in mind, but I have a few different ways it could turn right now. But I really haven't started actually outlining. I'm just in the like brainstorming brain dump phase where I literally just have a page in this notebook where I just put down all my ideas, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. It's Monday, which means the first live stream for Save the Cat is on Wednesday. So I still have two more days to finish reading the first 2 chapters. I feel like I'm in like college because I'm like, oh god, I have homework I have to do. I have to read the first 2 chapters and take notes on them. But actually, it's been really helpful for me to have this deadline. So I read the first chapter. I'm like halfway through the 2nd chapter. Been getting so many different ideas, and I don't know what Brittany and Bethany are gonna do during the live stream, but I can't wait because I'm already feeling so inspired right now. Okay, so I'm hoping you guys don't see just how messy my house is behind me. I think we might be good. But so right now, I just finished watching the live stream of Brittany and Bethany doing their first live stream for the Save the Cat experiment, where basically they're outlining a novel with us. Like, they're asking for our opinions and we're outlining a novel, and right now it actually sounds really cool. So I'm gonna leave a link to that video down below if you want to watch it and kind of see what that experience was like. So every week they're gonna be outlining the book more and more, going step by step. So I'm doing things a little bit differently. I got so excited hearing them outline their own book that I just wanted to like stop and outline mine while I had like the inspiration to do it. So I had them on like a very low volume just so I could kind of like keep an eye on things. But I automatically was like, I need to start outlining right now. So my book is going to be very different from Brittany and Bethany's book. Because they're working on like a fantasy book, and I'm working on what I hope will be like a hardcore thriller. We will see. But I've had this idea and I've been wanting to play around with it, and when I started reading Save the Cat, I took that idea and I kept, I used some of the prompts or workshops, or I forget what it was called in the book, but I was asking myself these questions and I applied it to the story, and the way I answered them really changed the idea itself. So the idea is nothing like the original idea, but basically what I did today is that I already had like a brainstorming session earlier this week where I just kind of wrote down ideas as I was reading this book, because I couldn't not read this book and not have ideas. So I've been getting tons of ideas. This book is just underlined everywhere. Wherever there was like a sentence or a phrase that I really liked, I underlined it. So today they were working exclusively in like chapter 1, which is creating the hero for your book. So what I did today was I kind of had a feeling who my hero was, because I didn't really know who my hero was until I finished reading this book anyways. But today I really dove deep into it, and so at the end of chapter 1, which is about creating your hero, there's this exercise where you ask, is my hero story worthy? So you can ask all these questions like, who is the hero of your story? What is their big problem or flaw? And different things like that. And then there's this little checklist off to the side. So what I did was that I have my handy dandy notebook, and this notebook is dedicated just to this book. So I'm going to scribble as many places as I want. Like, I haven't even started outlining. I'm just brainstorming, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages full, and today I actually filled out 3 of those pages. So, the first thing I wanted to do was to identify my hero's problem, want, and need. So I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I did want to just walk you through what I did for plotting. So I actually had a hard time finding the difference between the want and the need, because what your character wants should not be the same thing that they need. So initially those were the same thing. If they are the same thing, then the story isn't as interesting. So I kind of had to play around with things a little bit, and I shifted it so that the need was the complete opposite of the want. So I actually am really happy with the result, because when you ask yourself these problems and when you do apply this sort of, I don't want to say formulaic sort of thing to it, but when you ask yourself this, you realize that when you answer the question, it ends up being a much more interesting story. So after I identify the problem, I ask, how does that problem affect the character? When I identify the need, what does the need force the character to realize, and different things like that. And then, of course, identifying a flaw in your main character, because a character that's perfect is not a realistic character, and frankly, the more flawed they are, the more interesting they tend to be. And then on this side of the page here, it was literally just a brain dump, because at first I kind of wanted to do like fill in the blank, where this page was like really blank, and I was literally just gonna write down the problem, the want, the need. But I came into the issue that if I did that, then I wasn't writing anything down because I was scared to write stuff down. So I started just jotting stuff down, and when I felt a little more sure of myself, I would put it on this side of the page. But after a while, I just realized, you know what, who cares? This is outlining. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. And I got really messy with it. And because of that, I ended up going into the next page because I need to write more stuff down. So we have the goal. The character should have one very solid and clear goal, and then I wanted to write a quick little sentence on how my character is going about achieving that goal, and then of course, why haven't they achieved that goal? So I've been answering all these questions, and I've just been feeling so good about this book because up until reading Save the Cat, I haven't had any idea of what I wanted to write, and frankly that's why I haven't started writing my fourth novel. So this is week 1 of Save the Cat Experiment, and it has gone well. I've watched the live stream, I did my homework and read the first 2 chapters, and I even did the figuring out who my hero is, and I forget what Bethany and Brittany said next week is gonna be, but I guess we'll find out. I think it was the opening image is what we'll figure out. So I think that's gonna require a little extra outlining on my part. But yeah, so that is it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed this vlog style because I am going to continue vlogging my journey of outlining this book because I think this will be extra special for me and it makes it more fun for me, and hopefully you guys will feel a little bit inspired. So yeah, if you would like to stay up to date with everything I'm up to, subscribe to my author newsletter, and when you subscribe you get access to my author platform webinar. Otherwise, that is it for today's video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you're participating in the Save the Cat Experiment, and yeah, see you guys next week.